as income, so you get more mutas, yada, yada, yada. So obviously we know who comes next. It's GoRush, and he'll be facing off against Reach, as these are our only two players that have not faced off yet.
Yeah, the oldies had to play each other.
That's
It's
right.
just, come on. Look at that, GoRush. he's hoping he can continue this beginning of a win streak here for SKT. Otherwise, KT is definitely going to take the match. GoRush hasn't entered, as far as I know, any tournaments out here, whereas, again, Reach has been playing KSL quals and things. So definitely have to look at this and say that it should be Reach favored, but we'll see. We'll see.
La Mancha!
It is Zerg versus Protoss, so listening to you talk about the matchup, it seems like GoRush should be a big favorite.
He should, man. You better watch out for those Hydras early on, Artos ass.
Yes, indeed. You can see La Mancha looks like slightly Zerg favored as far as those stats go. This has been played in the currently a lot lately. The last couple years, I've seen it quite a bit.
So, I'm actually not very familiar with this map. We got to see how they open up, though. I think we're probably going to have some fairly modern play here from why am I forgetting his name? Reach, excuse me. I want to say Go Reach. That doesn't Go Reach. GoRush is obviously one of the guys that really innovated Zerg, very old school.
He was a great Zerg player. He truly was a champion.
Yeah.
And he was, I always loved it when an older champion that was not doing well for a long time, and you could tell their retirement was probably coming, when they made another big push, and he did do that. There was like a period of a couple years where he wasn't doing much, and then he came back and started playing in the Pro League roster a little bit more regularly, if I recall.
Did he win a WCG?
I can't recall if he won one.
There's too many tournaments.
I don't think he won a WCG, but maybe I'm wrong.
Ooh, you hear that cheer for Reach?
Well, Reach, this guy truly is old school. That Gillette OSL 2004 runner-up, look at that. Look at the time between some of these championship caliber plays. 2002, he was an OSL champ. Seriously, one of the best Protoss in the world for so long.
Yeah.
Known as the Man-Toss, as he was such a macro beast. Just
Also
more
just a very masculine guy.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the pro gamers broke the nerd stereotype very early. It's funny because you really, as much as people want to kind of bring out that nerd stereotype in esports, you really find like every iteration of people.
Yes, it's
in the pro gaming hemisphere.
Yeah.
It's
and at very high levels too.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are actually people who like sports and just were good at Starcraft. Like Jelizer, he was actually a fantastic sportsman and was just like, I don't know, really good at this.
What game?
I believe he did judo, if I'm not mistaken, and baseball specifically.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though. You're a competitive person.
I've heard that about several players. It's like leaving my mind right now. I'll remember it later.
Okay. GoRush, can he carry the torch on? Can he pass the baton on for SKT and even this out 2-2, or is Reach going to win this 3-1?
Of course, we'll have the ace match no matter what.
Yeah, we have the ace match no matter what, but, you know, it's, I don't know, I'm hoping GoRush evens this out.
Yeah, it'll make it more exciting there at the end, I think, but
Reach is in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
and of course, Reach is a player that never really struggled in stage matches, as GoRush was also one of those players, never had a hard time. But GoRush has had much less activity in playing the game and playing in important matches. He went really into a TV hosting role pretty early on after his retiring of his career.
And whoever peaked more years back generally is at a slight disadvantage because they're like just kind of an older player. And
also
some of the older plays you actually have to unlearn in the modern era.
Yeah, there's a lot of obsolete ways to play the game that people mastered, and
everything I practiced for like the first 10 years of Starcraft, I can't use anymore.
It doesn't help you in any way. Same. No, it's same for me, man. There's all these things I know how to do really well that are just terrible, you know?
Yes,
everybody.
absolutely.
It's like I know how to start a fire with flint, but now people they have lighters.
Yeah.
Anyways, ZVP coming into this. Let's see what's going to happen with these two. And maybe we'll have a very offshoot game, or maybe they'll try to, an attempted modern game. I'm sure no matter what it is, it's going to be good. What are we waiting on here, Artosis? Is this, I feel like
do
it
not
looks like
know.
they're both ready, but
Looks like Reach is talking trash right there, but I'm not
right.
sure.
Here we go. La Mancha. So both players are sharing the top part of the map here. Reach in the upper right and GoRush in the upper left.
Very cool. Can't wait. See what these guys are going to open up with. I'd love to see some very old school stuff. Just Reach open up with 2 gateways in his main. You know,
right.
the very old stuff. Oh, man.
4 or 5 pylons from there. Zealots patiently waiting outside of the Zerg's natural as 5 sunken colonies go down. The Protoss then attacks in and loses all the Zealots and doesn't get an expansion up.
Oh, God, that's
right.
right.
My goodness.
ES Force, I believe, was the name of that magazine set from way back.
There's a dead vulture on the It just needs the middle. It just needs a driver's seat, Artosis, and all the Protoss's probes will be dead.
How often do you see dead Zerg and Protoss stuff on these desert maps?
It's only Terrans, right?
Yeah. You ever seen a desert map that was Terran favored?
Well, Artosis, they don't have machines. They don't. I mean,
Protoss doesn't have machines.
It needs to be like decomposing animal corpses just on the map, like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's bones, but
hey,
it's always
welcome
like
to the map.
bones.
We just had a ladder game here, so things are a little bit messy, but I promise you all the minerals are still here. Actually, you do see bio-decomposing stuff. It's in the oil, Artosis. It's bones. And it's bigger Zerg units than the Zerg actually has.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, for Protoss, they seem to turn into gas or something when they die, even
Whoa.
though they have armor. Is that 9 pool?
That I think
I wasn't
it's
actually
overpull,
watching.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's gas. And this is all before a hatchery against a gateway opener. One of the greatest opening intro videos of all time right there.
Yep.
When Reach puts on his headset, it's like this magical moment. You got to look it up, guys.
It's all on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can go through all the old playlists. They're so
I
good.
have all the videos downloaded on my computer, man. And just,
Oh, really?
You just watch them and you're like, I have to play this game right now.
They are good. This opener here for GoRush is actually one of the best old openers. You still see it used from time to time, but it's one of the best old openers, and it's basically very quick link speed. You pull the drones off of gas once you have 100 Vespian gas, and you upgrade link speed. And if you kill the probe and control the map, the Protoss doesn't get to scout, and generating ambiguity about what the Zerg's true intentions are can make the Protoss very uncomfortable and possibly entirely misled on how to handle a longer game.
Yeah. Great micro here from both sides.
He's slowly boxing this into the corner here.
That was a great drill right there as well. Just keeping that probe away as long as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he knows that it will eventually die, just keeping these Zerglings back for now is giving him some comforting time.
By the way, the trick for the Zerg when they're chasing this is to have one Ling clicked onto the probe while the rest of the army is trying to body block it. Now, Ling's speed finishes, and that's when it's basically impossible to keep the probe alive for more than a few more seconds. The layer is immediately thrown down. Mind you, the hatchery at the natural is not even finished yet. So, GoRush is going to try to spring tech onto the Protoss as the Protoss is trying to develop and get his own tech. And if the Protoss prevents this, the Protoss tends to win. But if the Zerg pulls this caper off, it's a caper, my friend. Okay?
Caper. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you call it a caper.
Oh, trust me, from the Protoss perspective, it's just,
Oh,
right now, Cass's like, well, if GoRush can make the quarter disappear, I guess the Protoss loses and the Zerg is better.
Sure.
A lot of this will come down to where the cannons are and what the Zerg's tech is. Let's say that the Zerg went for mutas. He's not, because we see it dead. But if he went for mutas, if there's no cannons in the main, then you're not ready. There's nothing you can do to defend. If he goes for lurkers, he might be able to drop this somewhere or maybe just kill the cannon in the front and win the game. But Reach is being smart. He's applying pressure.
I think that it's going to be like a Ling Hydra drop style here from GoRush.
Could be, yeah, that's another one. There's a lot of things Zerg can do with this tech. Now, the fact that there's only 6 Lings still defending this, I think Reach is probably sniffing out that there's some foul play here. There's some unorthodox.
That there's a caper going on.
That there's a little bit of Tom Capery.
GoRush is trying to pull off a heist here.
He is, yeah. He's trying to move through all the laser
Look at that
defenses.
Zealot.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh man, this does not seem very good for our Zerg hero here. Alright, you see the Hydralisk Den,
Yeah.
Tasteless.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no!
This is when you, as a Protoss player, you laugh so hard that you almost die.
But Reach is so strong that he laughs so hard that other people almost die.
Yes, yes. It's like, this might be the funniest thing that's ever happened to a Protoss player ever. Like, it's so funny, like you're laughing so hard that you almost can't play the game. Like, your eyes are tearing, you can't see the screen, but it doesn't really matter because you're pretty much going to win no matter what. Yeah.
I love it.
You're going to have an 8-pack tomorrow. You're laughing so hard, Artosis.
It's amazing.
Because you know what to do. You know, stay with me, Artosis. Cannons, cannons, cannons.
Cannons?
Yes, that's the...
Is this a good time to go carrier?
Yeah, you could. Why not?
You can do anything you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at those overlords
Yeah,
congregating.
they're like, don't mind us. We're trying to find Dark Templars. No, you're not. So he wants to try to drop inside the main.
Do you build cannons in the main? Or do you just make more gates quicker? Or
Like both. I mean, you have enough minerals.
do everything?
Yeah, because you know that there's no mutas coming. And he's going to hit the front here. That's not terrible. The problem is that it's a 2-hatch player from Zerg, and Zerg didn't really get a lot of drones. And he's even losing some of his units to, this attack here. So right now there's a clock. There's an hourglass that is running out of sand here for GoRush, and the longer this game goes on, the worse it's going to get if he can't come in here and end this game immediately.
Dude, he didn't make any cannons in his main. So
That
now
is
what?
true.
He only has 2 Zealots.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Maybe he just dies, man. I don't know.
And that's when GoRush...
What am I, this guy's attorney? I don't have to defend this. I don't know. Like,
is that where GoRush laughs so hard that he almost dies?
Yeah. Yes, they're both almost dying from laughing so hard. But make
I
no
love the
mistake
idea
here.
that when you scout that as Protoss, that you laugh so hard that you almost die.
Yeah, it almost kills you. Your heart almost explodes because it's so funny. It's so funny. Wrinkles are developing and then flattening on your brain.
And flattening.
Yeah. You become smarter and then it just goes away because, yeah, it's crazy. What it does to your body is crazy.
Yeah, that's
your mind
awesome.
and your body. But there's actually a very realistic possibility that GoRush, he gets away anyways. I mean, Hollywood writers, what do you expect, all right? This is like, it shouldn't be this close, but I'll tell you what, if there was one way to do this, if there was one way to get an X-Wing to fly in to reach his Death Star and shoot the center and blow up the whole thing, this is it.
All right, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
He sees that there's a bunch of speed overlords. I think he knows what's going on. I almost feel like you should pretend and then attack the front, to be honest.
Oh, you mean just drop on the cannons?
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of Hydras coming out. Let's see.
Yeah. No, this is, oh, there's a Reaver, but
Oh my
I think
God.
you can actually just kill the Reaver, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, well, hold on. Like, let's just watch quietly. Let's not say anything. Everybody, shh. We're going to see what happens.
We got a couple cannons
Now-
up there.
Remember, even though this attack is looking pretty scary, the Zerg needs to do real damage. There's probably a second Reaver halfway done. Oh!
This is where you drop a Hydra out of that and then pick it back up when the Scarab fires. Come on!
Yeah. It's actually not a bad idea.
Because if you can get him to waste one shot, you can run up and snipe it. Well, this is not looking too hot.
I think he basically did it. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get one Reaver. Oh, what was that? The yo-yo Scarab? Did you see that? He's going to make his Scarab walk the dog and then kill the unit? What is this?
Look at this. He's actually killing a lot of things, but like you said, he only had 2 hatches for a long time. He does have a 3rd hatch now.
Dragoons are funny because if you're in a scrappy enough game, they're actually just fine against Zerg. Normally, they're the icing on the cake of your
Against
army.
very few units, Goons are always really strong.
Yeah, they're very good.
They're great against Terran in small number armies too.
Yeah. And this is the same story here. So Zerg doesn't really have the luxury of trying to plan B this into a macro game. Instead, he has to try to shift into an air game and try to throw them off that way. Now, Dragoons can hit air, but they're not the natural answer to mutas, since mutas can counterattack into workers. But this is actually a technique that Reach has done from his heydays as a pro gamer, is the Dragoon Reaver push post Zerg cheese.
Yeah, seems like an
good.
intelligent way to do it. GoRush is droning up right now, trying to get his economy back on track. Less than half the supply of Reach. That doesn't seem good. I feel like I'd want to have more supply than that compared to Reach here to have any sort of chance.
In a perfect world, yes.
Oh, look at this. He's going to get the Observer, then lose everything?
And then lose the, was it worth it? Oh, come on, get that.
Oh, he doesn't even get that Goon? Oh, man.
It's like, I was hoping he drops in there again later on.
He's trying, man. GoRush is trying.
Boy,
right
does
now.
he want to win this game, guys.
Oh, my God. He's trying to hotwire a Matchbox car right now, Tasteless.
Yeah.
That's his getaway vehicle.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit in it, and it will never work.
This is a guy trying to escape from jail with literally no plan. He's like, I'm going to just run into this room before they handcuff me.
Do you think the gate will be closed? He runs up there, the gate's closed. He's like, damn!
If I just kill all the guards one by one and then open the door and leave and then get away, maybe. No, look, the mutas can buy time. And, Reach does have to keep crossing his T's and dotting his I's here. He has to make sure that he's actually got the right answer. One way to really get a very clear idea of how bad this is for the Zerg, despite the Protoss on the defense here, is that the Zerg doesn't have a 3rd base and doesn't have a 4th hatchery.
Well, how do mutas scale against Dragoons specifically? Like, can he just make pure muta, and if there's 0 Corsairs, he wins? Is that a possibility? Because I know, there's these funny things where mutas, if you go pure muta against pure Goliath, and Terran has 2 bases, you actually will kill them. Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's...
The thing is...
I guess my question is answered right there.
When you have 2 bases with 2 gases, you're going to have, naturally, you're going to have enough gas to get Templars while you're still making Dragoons.
Yeah.
And the Archon, if it's with the Dragoons, just makes it basically not realistic for the mutas to ever fight and confront the Dragoons over time.
So you're saying he should go Guardians from here?
You could. Yeah, you could. Right. But there's also a Corsair out.
There's also Corsairs. God Reach does everything here.
Yeah. Well, this is the Protoss, just covering his bases, right? I mean, if you hold off the initial rush from the Zerg, usually, and not always, StarCraft is a game of task management, right? If you miss a few points or you don't control right, you don't win. But yeah, if you have Corsairs and then you get Archons, there's no real way for you to ever take the fight. And 2 bases is more than enough for the Protoss to power up on. I guess he's actually going to go for Storm, which is fine too, by the way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, I think. Protect the Dragoons that way. Even one Storm touching those mutas is going to shred them. Especially since he has Corsairs as well. He has so much anti-air. I feel like if you could land the Mutalisks, this would be a good time.
If you could land them?
Yeah. They crawl around
and they
like
roll
worms.
around in balls like Sonic the Hedgehog and just explode like banelings.
Yeah. There you go. That's perfect. This is not looking good for GoRush.
So this is definitely our most exciting game of the night. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
This is a real nail-biter.
You
want to get your friends into StarCraft, just show them this one right here. And
wow, how does Zerg ever beat Protoss?
Yeah, you're like, well.
I wish it were true.
Yeah. So he did come in here. He is actually forcing the Protoss to come back here and really defend. Forcing some storms out here.
I think he just lost about 400 gas to that size storm.
The problem is that there is a battering ram of a Protoss army that's coming out.
Yeah.
Protoss is doubling the supply of the Zerg. A bigger army, a larger number of workers here.
All right,
And
let's
so-
see what you got, GoRush.
Now
This
again,
is your moment.
you control perfectly. Maybe he snipes the
Oh!
Templars and kills the shuttle.
Oh, maybe. No, never mind.
He is setting up the Hydralisk to be in a position where he can actually
Maybe a counterattack?
flank. He can flank him. You know,
You can make him come home or something?
In a very simple way of putting it, sometimes if you get your opponent's screen in the wrong place, you're not there to storm the army.
All right, Zealot's hitting. Oh gosh, GoRush doesn't even have units making there, unfortunately. Some of the Psystorms coming back. Oh no.
Ah!
Hey, nice snipe on that one. That one had another storm. Hey, yeah, I mean, he's picking off a lot of the High Templars before they get their storms fully off.
Gotta be careful against Hydras. They're very strong units.
I think he's.
Oh, never mind.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is just.
Oh boy.
Here we're seeing the benefits of Reach playing a pretty standard game here, and just hold off everything that was coming at him.
Will the mass sunken colony strategy end up working?
Artosis, I don't think it will. The problem is that there's no way for them even to bounce back from this. I mean, the Protoss on 2 base. Here comes the killing blow, and now we wait.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to hold there.
GG. Oh no.
No.
There it is. There it is.
3
GG.
dots. I feel that, GoRush.
Wow, look at how happy Reach is.
Yeah, he's very
stopped his
happy.
Hydras.
All right. That means KT technically wins this, but it's not over yet. We still have an ace match.
We do still have an ace match. We still have one more game, but Reach very,
You know what I
very
want to
happy.
see for the ace match? GoRush against Flash. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think maybe if he does the same thing again, to Flash, maybe it works.
Yeah.
You know?
Even if Flash is playing T.E.N.
Yeah,
2 base Hydra
Why
drop
not?
against T.E.N. I think it's good.
I think so.
Their bunker will be at the front, so you can just drop in the main.
So I assume that we're going to show who's picked for the ace match. I think we should be able to guess that, but I assume we're going to show that before we go to a break here.
Well, we know what the fans want.
Yeah.
And that is
And that
action
is GoRush
against
versus
GoRush.
Hoja. I mean, get it out. Get it out now. The people...
Let's give the people
I
what
can
they
hear
want.
them. I can hear them chanting it right now.
That's what they're saying.
Outside, they're shaking cars and right. Okay, we're gonna go to a short break. When we come back. Number 5, don't go away.